Welcome, guys, to another Sunday night Scrap Chat live with Scrap and Irish, and hopefully a few friends that'll come up. So first off, as it says down below, if you haven't hit the like, please do, guys. Really appreciate it. Helps spread the stream out there, maybe to a few new subscribers or a few more scrappers who want to get in on the act and get a few questions answered or ask a few questions of fellow scrappers and fellow e-waste recyclers, stuff like that. So I'll give it a few minutes for a few people to get in, and then we can kick the show off. As usual, let me just double check, make sure everything's working over on the watch call side, on the YouTube side. Yeah, everything seems to be a-okay over there. Poosmate, welcome in, by the way. Poosmate just dropped in there. I've said hi to everyone else that came in before that, but I answered them, but I will call them back out in a second, the names who have been in. So how is everyone this Sunday evening for me? It could be morning for some. It could be Monday morning for other people already. So if it's your Sunday morning, Monday morning, evening, afternoon, whatever, more than welcome in, fellow scrappers. So who was first in? I think it was Bruce Napier that was first in tonight. So Bruce, welcome in. Good to see you. Followed closely behind by Ian Matthews. First mention of his name tonight. Sure it won't be the last. Then there was this new guy, Irish Andy. So Irish Andy, I won't forget to talk about what you asked about. I see you in the basement. Hold on there a second. Someone else in the basement. Let me see who came in. George Richardson came in. Then it was Philip Coots. Then it was Pooh's mate. And I think that's it. And of course, I didn't even have to mention his name 3 times tonight, and he's already here. E-Waste Mike, welcome in, and Granny and the Bear Scrappers, welcome in. Mr. Matthews, I see you have a video up. I haven't watched it yet, this last video where you're making the square crucible. I just seen it there when I was watching Sharks thing. I would to watch maybe later tonight, or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Well, watch it later tonight. It'll help you to drop off to sleep.
Okay.
and the following video where I tried it out, of course. So you can binge watch. Right. Good evening, everyone in chat. You don't mind. Pooh's mate, Scrappy Doll, Granny, E-Waste mate, my buddy. Where's my pillar? Well, it's not quite the same one, but it'll do. It's green and
this pillow, you mean?
Yeah, well, this is green. So
mine especially, see, you can see through my. Oh no, it's gone now because my thing is turned off. My background, but there we go. There's the oh, there it is now again. So if I push it closer, you can see through it. And if I bring it back, you don't.
Nobody will know the difference. Nobody will know the difference.
Now I'm gonna get my. There we go. The magic. Yes, what I was going to say there to you there was something I was going to say to you. Oh yeah, about your I've never seen a square crucible before, so will be intrigued to see how it will work. So don't spoil it. Don't tell us what happened. We have to watch.
I've got to be honest. It wasn't more as so much as what I had at hand, and I was thinking about when they do like Jack Daniel glasses.
Glasses, yes.
The square.
Yes.
And the square so you can drink out the corner.
Electronic
every last drop out. I thought.
Drop it all.
Hey, OP for dancing. I thought, yes.
Well, I'd be thinking if a square crucible was a really good idea, I think it would have been invented before now.
Yeah, the problem is, of course, if it's round and most people have the gas, coming in at an angle, so it circulates
around it.
Yeah, I guess it costs more to put a slanted hole in rather than a than a straight hole.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the Chinese are going to say, put a straight hole in, it's cheaper, rather than a slanted hole.
Scorpion Metals, welcome in. By the way, I just want to show something there. I have a video to do yet on this, and I had to do a video on the e-waste mic present. But I did get Scorpion Metals little present, and I want to show everyone what I got. Shut up.
Hasn't everyone? No, not everyone.
Look at that. Scorpion Metals on that side, and then the Scrap and Irish on the other side. So really cool. Only one problem, Scorpion. It's not made of gold. Not made of gold. But yes, he's been really good at sending these out to a lot of subscribers. So if a channel
you've not got one,
no, if you've not got one, you're not special. But if a channel wanted to get more than made to give out as prizes and stuff like that, I'm sure he can get that sorted for them. Because I have his business card here as well. So you see there, Hood Billy Creations and Scorpion Metals together, and they can do. Let me make this bigger so everyone can see what they can do. So I'm sure if you contact these guys, they can do any of that sort of stuff you want. See that? And their contact numbers there. So I hope you don't mind me putting that out, Scorpion. But hopefully, maybe the contact number wasn't a good idea. Maybe he'd be getting a lot of prank calls. But anyhow, a bit late now. Edit that out. We have two people in the basement. Boom and boom.
Oh, it's my buddy. It's my buddies. Buddies. Two of them.
Buddies. Not baddies. You know, bro, welcome in as well. And who else did I see?
Mustard.
Corn dog.
Oh, here we go. Corn dog just for Ian Matthews.
That looked exactly like what was in Lidl's or Aldi. I can't remember.
And after I eat the corn dog, I'll wash it down with some pizza. Told you I was going to get some for you this week.
Awesome.
Shark, more money to the shares. Anyhow, you were saying,
richer by the minute.
You were saying there, Ian, before I interrupt you about the Scorpion stuff. What were you on about?
No, the fact that everyone's got one and
except for you,
not me. But I understand because my logo is very difficult. I am really difficult to do. In casting, I understand as a caster now these days, a metal artist caster.
A caster, right? Yeah. I haven't seen an awful lot of casters destroy their apparatus for melting the liquid within 3 days of getting it.
Well, we learn, don't we? We learn by our mistakes.
We do learn by our mistakes. I dropped liquid before with gold in it. Raphael was using a torch to melt his gold powder and blew it out of the container all over his shed. So we've all made stuff that's cost us money in the end.
Hey, Pooh's mate's got a question for Sharky.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the question is. There's your corn dog, by the way.
That looks like a hot dog inside of a bun.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Hey, Rex, welcome in.
E-Waste Mike, I'm sorry to say this. I really am. What you don't know is I'm one of those phrenologists.
Whatever.
Well, if you don't know what if you don't know what a phrenologist is, it's somebody who can read lines on the hands. And I'm sorry to say, when you showed your hand, I saw a very short lifeline. I'm sorry to say, very short lifeline.
I'm happy as hell about that. Thank you. You just made my day.
I'm afraid you're not going to be with us long, mate.
I've been wishing for that for 29 years.
But just down the side there, where you get those little lines, I can see you've had 10 children.
2.
No, that you know about.
You have a point.
Oh, Sharky, Father Ted, definitely. You have to watch Father Ted.
Father Ted. All right, I'm going to write it down.
Yes, it's. I'm trying to think what will be the funniest episode for you to watch. Oh, the one where they do the draw for the car. That was quite funny.
Draw for a car?
Yeah, they're doing a raffle for a car.
Okay.
And there's one scene in it where the priest tries to rig the draw. And the priest, he goes, I'll draw the number, and it'll be number 11. And he said, when I call out number 11, he said, you put up your hand and say you've the ticket, and you'll have number 11 ticket. So next thing, the priest goes, and the winner is number 11. And next thing, he's looking down at the other priest, and the other priest is looking at his ticket and looking around. And he goes, number 11. And he kept saying number 11. The man goes, oh, sorry, Father, I did upside down. Number 11. Doesn't matter which way you turn
It's terrible.
Awful funny. Hey, E-Waste Jim. It was awful funny. That
Sorry, Sharky. Is that toothache or just headache because of him?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta go,
one of them.
Oh, yes.
This is the E-Waste mic pillow that I don't have.
and you never will.
Oh.
So after you eat your corn dog, Ian, all you have left is a stirrer stick for when you're stirring your aluminum. Your malted aluminum, you start with this.
Will it work better than an aluminium stirrer?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why that aluminium stirrer melted in the aluminum. Surely an aluminium one wouldn't melt in aluminum.
And then you have this here. You got hot dog. You got French fries on it, cheese and chili. Coney Island pizza. You don't know nothing about that.
And Mike's lifeline is getting shorter by the bite.
By the second, by every bite.
Show us your hand again. Show us your hand again.
That's why I got 3 pieces.
Before the end of the show, Mike might no longer be with us.
Oh, don't.
Here, I'll double it for you.
There, double his life.
I want to know what this thing is right there. That's kind of interesting. Is that my belly button? Is that a roadblock?
No, I've got one of them, and I'll tell you now exactly what it is. It's you see that wheelie bit in your mouse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's too much of that.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was too much polish in your fish.
There ain't too much of that, believe me.
Hey, JCT's on. You got your sticker yet, JCT?
Oh, Irish. You see that?
See what?
Told you I got to hang a TV there.
Oh, yeah, you did. You got the TV up. Look at that.
I got that one, and that one. I got one hanging on the wall out in the other room.
And where is your shrine to Sir Ian?
In the base. I'm in the basement.
If what's called is still there, please say Irish Andy or Andy Irish. What was he called? Irish Andy, I think it is. Please question for me, Irish Andy.
Okay.
If you're still there,
All right.
let me know in the chat and I'll answer that question.
Can't believe you've kept the box.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Irish? You got one of those?
I have one, but not quite number
Oh
one.
my God, number one.
Not number one.
I have
whatever number you want to put on this one.
There was so much work put into this box. I have to keep that box. When I die, I'm gonna have my ashes put in this box, in the cup,
Mike.
and then I'm gonna send them to the shark.
Mate, looking at your lines, I'd take the cup out soon.
Please.
Okay, Irish Andy was there, and Irish Andy asked me a question, and I think it was Irish Andy asked me the question. He asked about where I dissolved the gold using the bleach and the bleach and hydrochloric acid. He wants to know would it work on pins, and my answer is no, because there's too much base metals for it to work properly. But if he has a look at Electronic Scrapper's video, he'll be able to see how to get the gold from the pins without using any acids. So have a look at Electronic Scrapper's videos. If Electronic Scrapper, if you're there, put the link in for that video where you've done it on the pins without any acid.
Electric flashing off thing, won't you?
Yes, because some, as I said, nitric acid, not everyone can get it, not everyone has it. So, and nitric acid is very good for getting gold flashing off pins. Now he reckons his pins are heavy plated, so he might. I have to talk to Electronic Scrapper on that and see will the heavy plate and gold come off with that method he uses, or will it only be the acid that'll work on them? But Electronic Scrapper, if you're there, I know you're working and you might just have us on the background. If you are there, give us the link and we can share it.
Well, if you don't mind me saying something, I mean, it's not excited that I actually don't get off too excited when I'm watching, a YouTube video, apart from when I type in RedTube accidentally, But I was watching E-Waste Ben tonight because he was sorting out plugs. And I've got a massive big sack full of plugs. And I thought, well, this might be interesting. And he went through all these pins, and different types. He sorted all these plugs out.
On the flight, welcome in.
And he was going like USB ones. He'd be watching Irish Mike. He'd be watching E-Waste Mike and going like that. No use. But like the pins off the hard drive cables.
Yeah.
And he was looking at these and saying, it's just not worth taking them all off. Just cut the tips off because that's all that's got gold on.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed watching that from E-Waste Ben.
Just remember as well with E-Waste Ben, he does scrapping for a living. So again, for him to be doing it, he's going to make it as most money he can possible, as quick as he can. So that means not spending hours micro scrapping stuff. So same as Shark, same as E-Waste Mike. But for anyone that's doing hobbyist, do what you want to do yourself.
Hello, Evie.
Welcome in.
Hey, Evie, great to have you here.
The
other thing that Ben was talking about was that he's setting them aside to process them at some point in the future. Yeah. So he hasn't actually processed them. So he doesn't know what his recovery is going to be. In fact, he asked a couple of times in the video, if you know what the recovery rates would be, please leave a comment down below. So, for anybody that may have done some of that processing, like maybe Electronic Scrapper or something, I'm sure it would be beneficial to add some comments about what the recovery rate was for different pins. He's not quite sure. He's just speculating because of what, he looks at the gold and he says, well, that's really shiny and it's kind of thin and it's newer plugs. So it's probably not a lot of gold. Whereas the duller, thicker plated ones, there's probably going to be more gold. So, is it worth going after? Again, it's something that I'm looking forward to messing around with at some point in the future. I don't do it right now. So just like Ben, it's like, we put some aside for messing around with in the future, and then we move on to the stuff that makes us money today.
Yeah. So Electronic Scrapper, if you want to put a link into that video there that you've done on that, please feel free to do it. No problem. Put that link in, and if Irish Andy wants to check it out, again, it's another way of doing it. I'm very new to this, and I'm still collecting. Yeah. Well, again, Irish Andy, if you want, you can always try selling it on eBay, because I know there's some awful people out there paying an awful lot of money for stuff off eBay from e-waste sort of stuff. So feel free to put it up there. I'm sure you'll make some good on it.
And he's in Ireland, so those guys wouldn't have to pay a whole lot on shipping either.
Yeah, and Irish Andy, don't worry about it. I'm still collecting.
Yeah, you've just got a full shed of 3 bulk bags of e-waste.
Does anybody know who would be a big enough idiot to pull all these brass pins out of these plugs? Anybody?
Oh, let me think about that for a minute.
Me.
He's handing them up. He's handing them up there to you.
They actually pull out really easy. I have 4,000 of these plugs.
And how did you come about 4,000 of them?
Because somebody else did.
The company that I do the pickups for.
By the way, Mike, Thank you for that tip on the IGBT.
I do them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just heat it up. It's just solder. It's just a little solder on the back side of it onto the copper plate, and you heat it up, slide right off.
Yeah, what about all that green goo?
It don't matter about that because that's all garbage after that.
So that's the link.
When you get that copper plate off, just heat it up. It'll slide right off. I heated
it up okay. I threw it in my wood burner. I heated it up okay.
Yeah, it probably smelled like shit though.
Not in here. Might have done out there, but not in here.
Outside, his neighbours might have been complaining about it.
No. So I went to that company the other day to pick up it was a pallet of printers and computers and a box of machinery parts. So I get there, he loads up the box of machinery parts. And he's like, "Did you bring an empty box?" I said, "Yeah, I got your other box." He says, "Well, can you hang out for 10 minutes?" I said, "Yeah." So the guy that I usually deal with wasn't there. So they explained to me that this guy's a hoarder. So they said, "Yeah, he ain't here, so we're gonna clean up they have a loft like up above all the offices." So he puts his box, he lifts it up, and there's this big, huge steel shelf. They just start grabbing boxes and dumping them in the Gaylord box. They didn't give a shit what was in it. So I ended up with a whole bunch of these. I got probably about 50 of these.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
And I probably got about 50 of these.
Yeah, those are nice.
Nice gold chip on there, boy.
And I have to go tomorrow and pick up some more stuff. So, and it's all free. It's all free.
Hey, Irish Andy, if you're still there in the chat, where'd you get your e-waste from? I always like to know where other people come across their e-waste from as well. So if you're still there, let us know where you get it. If you're able to. If you don't want to tell us, don't bother. We don't make anyone say anything they don't want to say.
I don't know. E-waste, it seems to find me. It's not something I actually want. It's a byproduct.
You know, I had a really interesting discussion when I was up at this recycling conference a couple weeks ago, and it revolved around the term e-waste versus e-scrap, and amongst the larger folks that are in this business, they insist that we need to change our language and really try to call it e-scrap, because e-waste has the negative connotation of waste. It's useless, worthless crap. Whereas e-scrap is something that has value. So there's value in the scrap that we get from electronics.
Yeah, I like that. I like the way that sinks. Yeah.
Yeah. So I find that most interesting because now we take a look at somebody's name and we have to scratch our head and say, e-waste, Mike?
That's more like e-waste of time, Mike. It's shortened.
I'm going to do a video tomorrow when I throw off 4,000 of these at the scrapyard in the shred bucket when I go.
Oh, that'll break Ian Matthews' heart.
I'm dedicated to that old part up there.
That's like when you throw away the gold. When I do, or even when Shark threw away them gold connectors into the shred there a couple of videos ago, my heart sunk.
I do like the idea about
good gold connector too. That was the worst bit. They looked like nice gold connectors.
About being e-scrap, but as J.R. Cat commented, it gives the public need to know it as e-waste. It's not worth anything. Get rid of it.
There's another reason though, because if the public thinks of it as e-waste, now what we're doing has the potential for folks to take a negative interest in, oh, you're a waste processor? Well, that means you start getting looked at a lot harder by inspection, the government inspectors and those kind of things. It's a different perspective because you're looking at it from I want people to give me this stuff for free. And if they think there's value in it, they're not going to give it to me for free. Yeah. What I'm looking at is I don't want OSHA or the environmental protection people or anybody coming into my facility with a microscope thinking I'm polluting the environment, because that just is going to create problems for me. So
I will never let them look inside my wood burner.
I was going to say, if they try to get in there.
Never. I don't have one.
Looking behind him, if they try to get into that area, should they take their life into their hands going into that shed?
I've spent all day tidying up in here. That shirt, that did hurt. Oh no, seriously, Luke.
Hey, you can move almost without turning sideways.
I've spent all day doing that. I've kind of got a time.
You know what the problem with that picture right there is? Ian has more walkway than I do.
Yes,
I need a massive shed. Do you know what the only one thing I want to say about tonight is, have we missed out most of November and gone into December that I slept through or anything? Because I've been noticing Christmas trees in people's
yes, people's houses.
Look at that.
Oh.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Sharks and starfishes and what else you got there?
Yeah, but bear in mind, he is in a different country. There's a time difference.
The time difference. We're actually further behind than us. We're actually ahead of them. We're closer to Christmas than he is. 5 hours. We're 5 hours closer. So we are. We're closer to Christmas than he is. Oh my God. I was about last week. I seen a Christmas tree up in someone's house last week. I was saying, what has happened with people? What is wrong with you people? Christmas is from December, not from November. We're just barely over the second week of November.
I saw some Easter buns in the shop last week.
I thought you were going to say Easter bunnies.
Easter buns.
Hot cross buns already.
Hot cross buns in the shop.
Now that's a little extreme. Easter buns in the shop already.
I do suppose us Irish do celebrate St. Patrick's every weekend because we get drunk every weekend. So yeah, I suppose.
Scrapping on the fly, throw them in a shred pile.
Do not throw them in the shred pile. 1,000 circuit breakers.
You're listening to a foreigner. Listen to me.
I don't want to know how. Well, Ian Matthews, I think, has a video on breaking circuit breakers apart, haven't you, Ian? I think, didn't you do one before?
Yeah, but not about taking the silver off.
No, but how to get into them. And then once you get into them, get the silver out, get the little silver contacts out. Do I have one there somewhere?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't.
Yeah, I had a video where I said, like, you can belt these things as hard as you like and they don't come apart. It went, I'm like, make me out a liar, you know. After I finished that, I did another one and I hit it as much as I could. This one had brass pins inside, brass rivets, and I couldn't knock that one apart. I thought, you couldn't do that for the video, could you? No, you couldn't.
But yeah, as well as getting the silver out of it, you're going to get the brass as well and some copper. So why wouldn't you break them open? If you're a hobbyist, why wouldn't you break them open? You know?
Well, you know, even to myself at times, you find chasing those little tiny bits and you think to yourself, why are you doing that when you have bigger things you can take to bits?
Well, I've seen you knock a little circular bit of brass about the size of your, I don't know what it'd be, about 2 millimeter of brass, and you still went after it.
You won't mean that, things like that, would you?
I think I'd be on about things like that, Ian.
Yes, you would. There we go.
Yeah.
It's small, you can't even see it.
Yeah.
There we go. There's the end of it. I know, it's tragedy. It's OCD. That's what it is.
Okay, Electron Scrapper, get a beer for us all while you're there.
Wait a minute. Well, walking to the store for a beer run. Now, if you ran to the store, would it be a beer walk? There. Pop that up.
Look at that. Look at the nice
Ooh,
gold.
that's nice. That's nice.
Oh, he's starting that again.
Yeah, but love it. I love it because that's in his house, and he'll walk along with bare feet.
I don't have burr feet. My feet are not cold.
And he'll stand on that and he'll think, "What the? That's worse than Lego."
Or if you stand on a 3-pin plug with the pins up the way.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything worse than stepping on a Lego with bare feet.
Step on a 3-pin plug.
Those things just, I think they're designed to inflict the most possible pain on bare feet.
You don't have 3-pin plugs in America. You have them 2-pin Yorkie things. A 3-pin plug facing up the way, step down on top of that. I tell you, that is painful.
We have 3 if you have a ground.
Okay. Step on a round toothpick. You're probably
Anyway,
like 50.
Shirk, what's on top of that shiny flashing thing in your corner? I can't call it a Christmas tree. I can't.
Starfish.
That's a starfish.
Not a shirt. Not even a shirt.
It's a starfish. It's a Christmas tree. It's got to be a starfish or an angel. Come on. Who ever heard of a shark on the top of a Christmas tree? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, you've tested me now. I've got to Google shark. Alexa, shark on a Christmas tree. Oh no, that might give me you on a Christmas tree. No. Cancel. Ian gardening.
Oh no! Do not bring that picture up. Ian gardening, no. That is definitely not a picture. Yeah, that's what God said. Pick up your Legos when you're finished playing with them.
No,
Yeah.
right here.
So I did this really interesting thing for my live stream. Ian, I think you weren't there. You may have missed it, but I sent the link to my mobile phone, and then I was able to join my own live stream with my mobile phone and do a detailed look at the Christmas tree.
Yeah, there was only one problem with that, Shark. We had no sound.
Yeah, because I was too far away from the microphone. If I had turned on if I turned the microphone on this, I would have gotten a lot of reverb.
Yeah, you would have got feedback.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got big problems with YouTube at the moment. I won't say they banned me.
Take care, JR.
They've
Hey, take care.
I might be able to show it you. Yeah, here we go. I can show it you. You ready?
Have they warned you, Ian, for your ad? Oh, violates you. Oh, you're using ad blocker. Oh,
No, I'm not. I'm not using an ad blocker. And I've sent some photographs and I've sent some screenshots of me browser extension picture. But it means I can't watch YouTube on my channel.
Oh.
So this is slightly different. This is StreamYard. But I
Let me
can't
see
watch.
that warning again.
Show that warning again, please.
Without hurting yourself.
Hold it there yet.
Right, so allow YouTube ads. Okay, I've allowed them. Follow those steps to get rid of any ad blockers. I've not got any ad blockers. There's my extensions, browser extensions. I've only got.
Well, your problem might be that you're using a 1985 PC.
So anyway, it says like report that, so you can take a screenshot. And tell us why you think you shouldn't. You should be able to use YouTube. I've told them, listen, I'm a superstar. I should be able to.
That DOS 2.0 kind of guy.
Did you not just send them a screenshot of your face and surely they have your picture up somewhere in headquarters in Dublin of YouTube for England and Ireland and Europe? Your picture's in the Dublin office. If this man rings in, do whatever he says. Because he's the Lord Matthews.
So you're quite right. So I can't use my YouTube channel to look
Hey,
at.
that's right, recycling. Welcome in.
So how did you post that video? You can post videos, but you can't watch videos?
It doesn't seem to happen on my phone, only on the PC.
Because you have a PC that's so old. There's a mouse inside running on a little wheel that gets it moving every morning. Will you miserable git? Will you just buy an up-to-date PC?
When it turns the PC on, it sounds like a jet engine. You know that.
What Windows have you got on your PC? It's probably Windows 95 or something you're running.
No Windows. It's completely open. What do you need a window for?
Hey, Ian, tell me this. Huey Lineshart, was he happy enough with the amount of people that came into his little live that he was on that week?
There was. It was fantastic. There was only used to getting 6 people.
Yeah.
We all went in. Thank you very much. There were like 23 people. But I don't think they actually noticed until afterwards. I think they were so caught up in talking to themselves.
Yeah. Well, surely would have seen all the likes, because we say if they normally just get 6 people hitting the like, and then they have whatever 30, 40 likes at the end of it, they go, "Oh, what happened there?"
Yeah, I did. I had a chat to Huey afterwards, and he was like, "Oh, great, thank you very much, Ian, and you lot, of course," and spreading it about. And some people actually went back again the following week. Went back again. That's not right. Proper English, is it?
Returned to watch it the next time it was on.
Yes.
They
Return.
watched it again.
No, you can't return to something that's in the future. You know what I mean?
They made a movie about it.
You know,
they had a movie about it. Back to the Future. I mean, come on. I mean, Back to the Future was a documentary, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, most of the stuff that was in that was going to happen in the year, what was it, 2015?
yes.
Most of it came true, didn't it? You all have your hoverboards that fly around, don't you?
It's true. And DeLoreans are still about. Colin Firth has got one.
Yeah. If you ever want to watch a good documentary on Netflix, is watch the documentary on the DeLorean, how they started off and how they ended up and all that. It's a very good documentary. If you're into that.
On the fly, he's going back to work this time of the night.
Hey, don't forget he's over the other side of the pond. It's
oh man!
I thought
it's still too damn late here to go to work on a Sunday.
He's in Canada.
I thought he was in Scotland.
No, that's scrapping Scotland or Scotland.
That's scrapping Scotland. I mean, there's a clue there, isn't there?
Yeah, it kind of gives it away in the name. So take it easy, scrapping on the fly. Thanks for dropping in, as always. Appreciate it. But
it's a pity Ralph's not in. I wanted to ask him questions about melting copper. What have you? There's a guy who. I'd
like to see.
There's a guy in there who's sending everybody like copper tokens. He would know about.
Well, I'd like to know, has any other caster ever used a square crucible? That's what I'd love to know.
Yes, Stevie SRT8.
Okay, he's used a square crucible, has he? Because I've never seen a square crucible being used anywhere. That's why I'm looking forward to seeing your video of it.
A square one.
A square one.
Square.
We'll be back if I get a chance. Let's take it easy.
So when I was in the Navy, I worked in a 5-sided crucible. Every day we would go into the Pentagon and just have a freaking meltdown.
Well, at least you wasn't near that bit of a section where that fake aeroplane hit.
Oh, here we go. Why did we start it? I thought YouTube. I thought when you said YouTube had banned you, I thought it was for your conspiracy theories. I thought that's what they were banning you for. But maybe, hold on now, maybe the mad blockers are put there by the aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You know?
Actually, Ian, that was the wing that I started working in. And we had relocated to offices a mile or so away in an area called Crystal City while they were renovating that section of the Pentagon.
Yeah, this is kind of the place which is you just can't walk into. There is CCTV covering everything. Apart from that bit where they're playing it, there were no CCTV covering that bit.
It was actually so. My first
go to the petrol station and ask the petrol station, can we use your CCTV coverage because we were covering that bit.
My first week that I was assigned to the Pentagon, I set off the alarms twice and got myself the room that I was in was what they call a skiff. And so I managed to get myself locked in twice because I put in the wrong code.
Oh, Chad. I don't know if I told you this. I was once working in way back when computers were taking off, when I worked in this place and they had like, £1 million worth of computer components and everything.
Hold it there for a minute. Hold it there. I can't let it go. Who's mate said, wait for it. Yeah, those aliens that live on the moon. That's why we haven't gone back there.
Yeah, they live on the back side of the moon.
The dark side of the moon.
Yeah. Don't know he's dark, do we?
Anyway, what are we going to say in there?
I was looking at this place and I hadn't been there long, and these guys were saying, just don't talk in toilets. Have you not noticed that censoring toilets? It's a microphone. It records everything. So I went in toilets. I'm looking at it. That's not a microphone. Surely can't be. So I thought, I've got a screwdriver. I'll take the front off. Well, it had an anti-tamper thing behind it, didn't it?
And this thing.
So as soon as I took it off, set all the sirens off in the building.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. I quickly screwed it back on. Coming out at toilets. What's going on?
So what was it, Ian?
I don't know what it was. It was I don't know. I didn't stop long enough to find out.
Was it a smoke detector to catch people smoking?
Possibly. Yeah, you could have smoked anywhere then.
Okay.
Before smoking laws,
All
anti-smoking laws.
Well, and this really traumatized me because when I was about 6 or 7 years old, I, like a good, 6 or 7 year old boy, pushed on a door when my mom told me not to and set off the fire alarms in a store that we were in. And of course, everything shuts down and people have to evacuate the store. My mother is embarrassed to no end. It was literally one of those just you wait till your father hears about this kind of moments. And so I've always been traumatized about setting off alarms. So getting myself locked in the skiff and having the security respond in the Pentagon with guns drawn, it was further dramatization.
Hey, American favorite hoarder, welcome in. Hey, I bet you're so embarrassed. Yeah, of course, it's mother. You get killed if you ever embarrassed your parents when you're out. Oh my God, would you get killed when you got home?
Oh, I remember a time where we had a mobile library used to come down the street. But you couldn't join the mobile library if you was a member of the local library. So I was cautioned, we're going to join this mobile library. Don't say you're a member of the Lee Library. Okay? Go in with your mum out the side. Yeah, okay. Hello. You like reading? Yeah. Do you ever go to the library? Yeah, I go to the one in Lee. And it was like, out. I'll speak to you later. So it was like my sisters and my brothers could all go to the local library in the street when it came round. And I had to wait until I went to the town library. And you're like, well, you should have listened. Yeah, I should have listened.
So, Ian, Ian, did they at least let you pet the horses that were pulling the library down the street?
Ouch.
Hey, you know what the books he had? Do you remember when Moses wrote the commandments on the slabs? Well, his books were like that.
That's the mobile library he's talking about.
Yeah, they were engraved on slabs of stone. That was the books that back in his time. What books would you have read back then that would have been of interest? Probably the early, would James Bond books been out then? That would have been.
No, I was always into science fiction, like Robert Isaac Asimov, Robert Heinlein, all those science fiction.
Okay.
Very keen science fiction.
Come on, Ian, fess up. You were the kid that was waiting for Shakespeare's new release.
Shakespeare's new release.
Oh, don't! I hate Shakespeare. They forced me to do it at school. Henry VIII Part 2. Like, read this paragraph. Oh, alas, so like the slings and arrows of outrageousness, and you're like, so what's he said? I'm like, somebody's giving some insults. No, he was calling the king. Like, how have you made it out that he said these words and he was calling the king? And they're like, well, he couldn't call the king because he'd get his head chopped off, so he had to put it in a play. So why don't he just say what he wants to say? You know, no. I weren't in, and I got a good grade in English literature. I failed English language.
Yeah, I bet you did.
What was the book we had for when we were? Silas Marner. Did you ever read that book? That was on our English for our school, and it was about a guy.
I don't think it was written when I was at school.
What was it called again? Silas Marner. SILASMARNER. And it was about a guy who loved money so much, and gold coins and stuff. So I think maybe that's where I got the gold in my head from. Reading that book.
Was that not Croesus?
No, this is a different book. This is a different book.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
A bit like that, but a totally different thing. That was on for our what we used to call, when I was going to school, it was called the Leaving Cert. So that was your final exam in the school before you went off to college and stuff like that. So that you had to pass your Leaving Cert, you know, to get into college. You call them, what do you call them now over there? What do they call when they finish before they go to college, Ian?
We used to be GCSEs. I don't know what it's called these days.
Yeah, GCSEs. You know, but yeah, that was the book we had to read. That was for on ours. And I think there was a Shakespeare. What was the Shakespeare book or the play we had to learn as well? Might have been Hamlet, or might have been. I forget what it was. Wasn't too interested in it, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll admit, the only thing that I learned, and it stood me in good stead throughout my life, about Shakespeare and about King Henry II, King Henry IV, part whatever. There was a guy called Hal. Now, Hal was the prince who was due to take over from the king. Now, the king, it's not a story, this. It's not like a story tale. The king was actually a good king, and he'd done a lot for the country. Right? He was a big king. Not the guy that was King Henry VIII, you know, a big fat guy who had a load of wives.
A load of wives and chopped the head off a few of them.
The other one, King Henry VII. Right? He was a good king, did a lot for the country. And his son had to take over from him. What he knew was it was no way he could step into his dad's footsteps. No way. So he became, as a young lad, a playboy in today's times. Became a playboy. Did everything a playboy would. And he was having a chat with this guy, his best friend, and he said, you know, you're going to take over from the king, don't you? And everybody's looking at you and going, you're a waste of space, you're a playboy. He said, yes, because that's all they expect of me. So when I step up, I'm only going to step up a little bit. They think I've stepped up a lot because I wasn't a playboy. I was a playboy. That's all they expect. I'm going to step up a little bit, and they're all going to go, wow, look at how he's changed. I learned that, and I've always stepped up that little bit, me.
I think you put Mike to sleep.
Well, they do send you to sleep, them pillars, don't they? As you'll remember.
Oh.
Let's not talk about that hotel meet we had.
Hey, but you know what? Actually, Ian, that's just like your videos. 2 minutes of information crammed into a 15-minute video.
That nobody cares about.
It's a good job no one gets awful offended.
I only watch his videos to see if he gets hurt. That's the only reason I watch him.
I think people to be wondered. I think was it Mike that someone said, Mike, you're being mean to people. So I don't think people get that we're that sort of group that we just take the mickey out of each other and we're not being mean to each other. We're just having a bit of fun. And I know you're going to say you're not.
I'll be honest. If you've not watched that last video, Mike, I didn't expect those tongues to be hot.
I don't watch the ad.
The ones that have just been, pouring molten aluminium.
Aluminium, yeah.
Yeah, solidifies a solid, but they shouldn't be hot. No, nothing should be hot.
Are there any lasting marks there, Ian?
Oh, it's a good job I've not got a fingerprint thing on my phone, innit?
I might have to send them my gloves that I use.
Yeah. You're going to have a little bit of a problem here because you normally pay the scrap gods in blood. But if you're working with molten metal, you're going to be self-cauterizing your wounds.
Yeah.
So the pain itself doesn't count. There's got to be blood.
Oh, right. Okay.
Are you enjoying going from a metal artiste to a caster now? Are you enjoying the transition over to becoming a metal caster?
It's slow. It's painful, to be honest.
The rough transition.
What you get out of it? What do you get out of it? You get an ingot out of it, which may or may not, the scrapyard may or may not take.
Well, don't forget, E-Waste Bin used to sell his copper ones for maybe twice or three times the actual value of the copper because it was made by him and his subscribers wanted to have it. So that may be a route you could go down. But again, the more than myself, you're not very good at posting stuff out. So that might be an issue.
That might be an issue.
Excuse me, JCT, have you had the sticker from Scrappy Irish yet?
What did I just say? Not very good at posting stuff out.
You said you were posting one to her.
I would say I'm posting them.
He didn't say when. He didn't say when, though.
I posted it. I said I'm going to post them out, but I didn't say they're posted. Well, I may have said I was meant to post them during the week, but I may not have posted them.
The only thing I've enjoyed about it is I've got rid of a big bag of aluminium cans. Made them into small ingots. That's about the only benefit.
That's where the square crucible came from. That used to be your pounding mold, wasn't it?
Oh, the one where
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I've still got that.
Oh, I had to bring it up.
He's still here, But I no longer get any aluminium, so
you just do the copper wiring it out. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, basically,
Something I have to show here. Give me a second.
There you go. That's how much a 1 pound copper ingot, $12.95. And what buyers want on a ham poured, you see it's got that texture on the top of it?
Uh-huh.
That's what they want.
Right.
That's on eBay. That's what they're selling for on eBay for a 1 pound ingot.
Yeah, but how many people's buying them?
There's a lot of people that buy them.
That's what they're
There's
selling.
a lot of people that buy them, because they just people buy them and just put it there, and they have a collection. They might have a silver, and they might have whatever, and they do all their different metals.
Mike, go ahead. Mike, click on sold, and you'll see how many were, and that way we can see how many were sold.
Let me find sold here. How you spell it?
There it is. No, it's down, 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 down.
Down, deeper and down. Down.
Show only. There you go.
What do you got?
Yeah, so look at that. Somebody in Ireland spent 25. Oh no, wait a minute. I mean, that's not Ireland.
I was waiting for that one. Someone in Ireland.
Must have been the green numbers that got you.
Yeah, but was it gold-colored copper?
Yeah, so this is like a pound and a half at $25. So I would have. Oh, that's on bid.
Did someone pay $100 for 16 pounds of it?
That's a bid. That's how much they put on a bid.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, but someone has bid.
But it's sold for 100 pounds. Yes, or $100. Yes,
$100 for 16 pounds.
Yeah, but people, when I started doing it, I sold 3 of them at 20 pounds a pop. Yeah. And then my crucible blew up, and I got scared and went.
I've had my crucible break.
So there you go.
So
that's an option for you.
I can see AMF, and I've had loads of comments. Yeah, but it's not worth it. It's costing you a fortune in gas. I get me gas for free. I'm trying to waste the gas. I don't want the gas. I want the empty gas bottle. And a lot of people can't get that in their head. You know, it's just like.
Well, again, if your scrapyard will take them off you, and they weren't taking cans, you are making money, because you weren't going to get anything for them if they weren't going to take them as aluminium beer cans or whatever, which a lot of scrapyards won't take. But if they will take them as cast, then it's worth doing. But again,
my yard will buy them, the ingots, from certain people.
I've got no doubts my yard, the old Humble yard, will buy them off me, because they'll watch my video and see me do it, and they'll go like, he hasn't put a piece of rebar in the middle. I mean, as though anyone go to that trouble, to be honest.
Well, surely if you've got a good magnet, it'll pick up the rebar in the middle of it anyhow.
Yeah.
If a magnet sticks to it, it's one of them. If no magnet sticks to it, if you've got a good magnet and it doesn't stick to it, then you're safe enough buying them.
Yep.
So yeah, I do need to make a copper ingot. I need to make one for work, actually, because occasionally got to weld holes, and you put a copper heat sink behind it. But I mean, like I say, a pound copper heat sink behind it, because steel doesn't, when you weld it, doesn't stick to copper. So you can fill a hole in, with banging a piece of copper at the back of it.
Okay.
So I get a lot of copper tips from work, welded tips that are, old and worn. So I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll melt these down into a burn. I'll take a burn into work. So, well, I might.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ian, did you fall and hurt yourself or anything? Because are you saying you're going to melt something down and give it to your company for free? Is that what you're saying?
I did, yes, indeed.
Okay.
But I get a lot of stuff from work anyway. So
could someone please bring back the real Ian Matthews? Because we seem to have an imposter here tonight.
Quid pro quo in it, you get something for nothing and you give it back. I'm quite a moral guy, kind of.
I was worried. I walked in and all I heard was Ian saying giving something away for free. I'm like, oh, Jesus Lord, what happened?
Oh, well, when we go off 9 o'clock, I will tell you something.
Okay, so that's going to be in exactly 1 minute. So I better ask everyone what they're at. So
but don't worry, everybody in the chat. I'll let you know what he said. Go ahead.
There'll be another live after we're finished.
Yep.
Mike will be straight up on his live.
I'm going to set that up right now, too.
Right. Ian, what's your plan for the week?
Remember, keep it short.
Okay. Well,
I have my pillow just in case.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got nothing to do. I'm just going to scrap bits and pieces. I've nothing to do. I was going to touch on this earlier. I've come in here and I've had to tidy up because I've kind of lost, a bit like, scrapping Dan.
Yes, Dan was having a bit of
I've kind of lost my mojo in here. And it's like, I'm coming in here and thinking, what's the point?
Well, winter's always a bit harder to motivate yourself to do stuff because the weather is more miserable. It's darker. When you finish work in the evenings, you just want to, you don't want to be going out and messing in sheds and stuff like that because most people get a bit more down during winter. But, it's just get on with it, Ian, and shut up whinging.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. So yeah, I've burned myself out 3 videos one day. I've burned myself out.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Plug soup.
Plug soup. Okay, well, keep an eye for Ian's. Put one out about 4 hours ago, well, 5 hours ago now, I'd say it's out, and there may possibly be a second one out later on. Is that correct, Ian?
No, I've done them all this morning.
So they're all out. Okay, I didn't see the other one. I didn't see that. I already seen the one where you were showing the welding the thing together. So I haven't actually seen you do anything on it. So I'll watch them later. Shark, what's your plan for the week?
Well, let's see here now. If I remember correctly, there's some holiday or something this week.
Yeah, like 25th of December. No,
I'm going to be on Thursday. I'm going to be stuffing my face.
You're going to get fatter.
Anyway, carry on, Shark.
So I've still got a great big workbench at that warehouse that they're supposed to bring in a forklift this week for us to get that lifted and sold. And then I've still got grunches of computers that need my attention. And then I'm going to eat a whole bunch of turkey. And that's about it for me.
Okay. When is Thanksgiving over there? Thursday, is it?
Thursday,
okay.
Thursday.
So I won't see anyone before Thursday. Well, I might see, but I won't be on a live or anything. So happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans. And is a celebration in Canada as well?
Thanksgiving. Oh, I've got the perfect video to do for Thanksgiving.
Hey. Shut up.
You had your turn. Shut up.
I'll punch you in the nuts. Keep it up.
Mike, what is your plan?
I think Canada's Thanksgiving in October. Well, I'm going to make some plug soup. Nah. No, I have a scrapyard run in the morning. I have to go back to that company tomorrow. I am officially moved out of my house.
Yay!
I still have some scrap. I'm talking, you son of a bitch. Shut up. I still have some stuff in the backyard I got to get out tomorrow, and then I'll be completely done down there. I won't have to deal with it no more. And my neighbor right across the street is an auto mechanic, so I already scooted some scrap over this side of the street, put that in the van. And then the rest of the week, I'm just going to be looking for the garage.
Okay.
But I did get my lift over here.
Oh, good. Did you record it? Are we going to get to see it?
No, by myself.
No.
I pushed it down the sidewalk, down the driveway approach to the neighbors. It ran like hell across the street and up my approach and got it right into the. It is on the property.
And has Earl settled into the new property now, taken over, has he?
Earl has settled in since day one. I couldn't find him the other day, and I had a seat cushion sitting on top of the washer. I had the lid open. Little son of a bitch was sitting on top of the cushion, and his butt was like half in the washer, and he laid there all day. We did not get up. I had to literally pick up the cushion with him on it so I could do laundry. No,
does he not go back
on
the lawn?
No, he don't go out of the house.
What about the cat that you tried to squish? Is it still around?
I didn't see him today. I saw him yesterday.
Tried to squish.
But I didn't see him.
Okay.
After tomorrow, I won't be down there, so they won't see me for.
Will they not follow you up? No.
No, if the little one's out there and I walk from house to house, the little one will follow me down here, and I have to make sure the garage is shut because he runs all over everything in there. And if I shut him in there, he's gonna be in there for who knows how long. But The mama one don't. But
Okay.
other than that, Thursday I'm having ham. I'm not having turkey. I'm a rebel.
Okay.
So I got all that. So I'll just eat dinner and I'm going back out and I'm just gonna work all week.
I've got some copper loaf, not meatloaf. I've got some copper loaf to carve on Thursday.
Put him in the basement.
Anyhow, I'm about to finish
That's
up.
it. I'm done.
As always, thanks to everyone that was up. Thanks to everyone that came in the chat. If you haven't hit the like, please do. And enjoy your Thanksgiving to all you people that are celebrating it during the week. And any that are, you have full permission. If you see anyone with Christmas decorations up, you have full permission to kick them in the face, as far as I'm concerned. Well, as always, thanks for being in, guys. And go on, who's going to say it?
Scrap you later.
I'm
Scrap
just
you
going
later.
to
Bye, guys.
hit the like.